world. I welcome all of you to this program. I understand that we have many guests present here invited by our honorable members. It will be interesting for them to know a little bit about the history and operation of DXN till date. DXN was established 16 years ago in a small city of Malaysia, Alor-Setar, by Dr. Lim with a mission to provide health, wealth, and happiness to the suffering population of this world. Dr. Lim does not believe that poverty can be eradicated by giving donations, but it can only be achieved by providing a system which works by itself and capable enough to make anyone self-sufficient irrespective of their background and qualification. That is the only reason why he has designed such a powerful marketing system and opted direct selling industry to launch all our products. Today, after 16 years of its inception, DXN is one of the fastest growing direct selling companies in the world, and there is no country in this world where our products have not reached yet. In the Gulf alone, we have been bestowed with the Best Direct Selling Company Award twice consecutively. Dear friends, we are part of a great revolution which has already transformed the lifestyle of millions across the globe. And every day it is continuing. This massive gathering itself is just an example for that. It is said that the success of a direct selling company is very much depends on the uniqueness of its products, its marketing plan. Similarly, the people behind the company and the person who heads the whole system also plays a significant role in its success. We are so lucky to have a legend, a great humanitarian, and a visionary who has dedicated his whole life for the upliftment of the needy poor in this world. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about none other than our founder and CEO, Dr. Lim Siew Jin. I take the privilege to introduce to you his profile. In 1984, graduated from the Indian Institute of Technology with a Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering. In 1997, fulfilled the qualifying requirements for the degree of doctorate in philosophy in alternative medicines under the seal of the Indian Board of Alternative Medicine and is authorized to use the suffix PhD AM. In 1998, elected fellow member of the International Alternative Medical Association and is entitled to use the designation FIA-MA. 2001, received the BKM Award from His Royal Highness the Sultan of Kedah, Malaysia. Nominated as Top 10 Outstanding Chinese Youth by the Youth Associated of Kedah, Malaysia. Bestowed with Darja Seri Melaka DSM Award by the Young Daiputa Nigeri Melaka, Malaysia. 2002, awarded with the doctorate in science in alternative medicine given under the seal of the Indian Board of Alternative Medicines. Bestowed with the Millennium Award by the International Association of Educators for World Peace, Indian Chapter, consultative status with the UN and UNESCO, in recognition of his steadfast commitment to world peace and friendship through holistic health and healing in promoting a physically healthy, mentally strong, and socially developed society. 2002 again, bestowed with the Albert Schweitzer Award by Positive Life Foundation in appreciation of his exemplary humanism, untiring peace activism, and profound compassion. Bestowed with the Physician of the New Millennium Award by the Alternative Medicine Research Institute of Canada in recognition of his significant contribution to the health and well-being of humanity. 2002 again, appointed as Senior Visiting Professor by the Open International University for Alternative Medicine in view of his vast experience and expertise in the field of natural healing, acupuncture, and genotherapy. Inducted as a fellow member of World Health, Environment, and Peace Foundation through the certificate of commendation from this foundation. 2005, selected as the winner of the 3rd Asia Pacific International Honesty Enterprise, the Keris Award 2004. Bestowed with the Golden Earth Award by the International Institute of Health Sciences for his contribution to humanity by taking care of the Mother Nature. And finally, in 2005, conferred with the honorary Datak Sitya Diraja Kedah DSDK Award in conjunction with the 77th birthday of His Royal Highness the Sultan of Kedah, the much coveted civilian award bestowed to any citizen of Malaysia. Thus, he was entitled to use the title Dato Dr. Lim Seo Jin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dato Dr. Lim Seo Jin to the stage with a big round of applause.
So, good morning. So, I'm very happy to meet all of you again in Dubai. Now, Dubai is almost like my second hometown because I always transit through this city, you know. Yeah. So, very good morning again to all of you. Yeah. So, today, we will spend some time, okay, to talking about our mushroom. So, basically, DXN is a mushroom company, okay. So, some of you maybe it's the first time you're coming for this kind of meeting, and many of you very familiar, okay, with the subject. You see, I have been traveling throughout the world, no, in so many countries. Okay, now when I traveling throughout the world, there is always one question in my mind: are people happy? Are they happy or not? Okay, and unfortunately, nowadays it's very difficult to meet happy people, no? Most of the people are not happy now. They are not happy with everything. They are not happy with the social system. They are not happy with the family. They are not happy with the work. Okay, especially when you talk with the taxi driver, no? None of them are happy. Yeah, there's a lot of complaint. Okay, now my question is, why should people are not happy? Okay, why people are not happy? So many people, they say that people are not happy because nowadays our society are very stressful. Okay, the working environment are very stressful. Okay, so our workload is a lot. That's why people are not happy. Is that true? Yes. Actually, that is not true, no. Okay, last time we had to use typewriter to type the report. Okay, if there's anything wrong in the typing, you know, you have to retype everything again. And today we have computer, no? Okay, type anything wrong, you can change on the spot. So actually the ease of working become more. Okay, now last time if you want to make a telephone call, then you have to go to a telephone station, no? Now the telephone station almost out of business now, everybody is having handphone. Okay, so we are more convenient, you know. The working also become more convenient. Okay, so this is not the working environment should not be a factor of making people not happy. Okay, this is not the main reason. Okay, but why people are not happy? Okay, then maybe people say, oh, the income is not enough. Recently I went to London, you know. There's a big debate in the London newspaper. They say that 40% of the Londoners are below poverty line, you know, because they cannot meet their demands of the living. So in London, there is a lot of poor people. But the income is a lot, you know. They're still making a few thousand pounds a month. Why they are poor people? Because the expenditures are more than the earning. You may earn 100,000 dirham a month. If you spend 100,001 dirham, you are a poor man. Am I right? So nowadays there's a lot of poor men. Okay, so people say that economical constraint making people not happy. But I still feel that that is not the main reason. Because when we are small, when we look at our life 20 or 30 years ago, we are very poor at that time, you know, compared to this time. Now people are more affluent. So that is not the main problem why people are not happy. Okay, now I have been go to the rich nation, okay, like in Europe, people are not happy. Okay, yesterday I'm coming from Africa, people are not happy. Yeah, this thing. So that a rich nation are not happy, a poor nation are not happy. So you come to Malaysia, Middle East. Nowadays, many people are not too happy. So why is it so? Okay, This is the subject, of today's talking about happiness. We need to talk about happiness. Okay. 16 years ago, when I started this business, I remember very well. That times, depression in the society, is out of 11 person, 1 person is suffering from depression. I mean, they are not happy. Okay, they always feel stressful. Okay, a depression person, when he is depressed, he will get angry without reason. He will get worried without reason. In the morning, wake up, he is not feeling well without any reason. Then this is depression. Okay. Last time is 11 people, 1 people is having depression. How about today? Today the society are more advanced. We have computer, okay, we have handphone, okay, so we don't need to go to cinema, we put a CD, now we not even do CD, nowadays from YouTube, from this thing, you can download a lot of program now. Are people become more happy? No, people are not become more happy. Now the ratio is 4:1. I mean, out of 4 people, 1 person are depressed. They are not happy. Okay. So it cannot be due to the working environment. Okay, it has nothing to do with the income. Nowadays people have income compared to 16 years ago. The income today is already double and triple, the per capita income. So that is not the reason. So the main reason, okay, the main reason is that people are not happy because they have forgetting one thing. One very important factors, okay, our well-being of the body and well-being of the mind are the same. Okay, if you have a healthy body, you have a healthy mind. If you have a healthy mind, you have a healthy body. I quote a few examples. I quote a few examples. I have read a few real cases. There's one case. I think it's in Europe. Okay. One person, he can never take spicy food, He can never take spicy food. He can never take curry. Anything spicy is not. But he has something wrong with the heart. So he need to transplant the heart, After transplant of heart, every day he go and hunt for this spicy and curry food, Then the doctors become very, very wondering what happened to him. Then they trace the heart, the donor of the heart. And the donor of the heart are Indian, the donors, they love this curry very much. So after transplant, then suddenly the patient they love curry very much. This is one proof that body and mind are together. There's one case, recently there's one case in China. There's one professor, and he is very mild professor, He never get angry with a student. He is Mr. Good, always good man. So there's something wrong with the liver. So they could do some transplant. So after transplant, he become very aggressive. Sometimes he kick the student, very aggressive, Then they say, what happened to him? Okay, then they trace the donor of the liver, and he's a bank robber. He's a bank robber. This is the thing. That's why your body and your mind cannot be separated. Okay, you see, we always ask, you see, there are 3 things now, Your mind, your body, and the food you are eating. Okay, you must take clean food. Am I right? A clean food will produce a clean body. Okay, a clean body will produce a clean mind. That's why every religion in the world, there are food code, they ask you which food you can take, which food you do not take. And those food that you do not take are all dirty food. This food something to do with this thing. They say we must take clean food. They say you have clean body. So when the body is clean, your mind is clean. You agree with me? Yeah. So people are not happy because there's something wrong with the body. Something wrong with the body. So when your body are not well, you cannot be happy. This is the main reason. Now, why people, the body are not doing well? Okay, I come to Dubai here. Actually, before my past few speech, I come with a few theory. Okay, but today I'm going to repeat it again. Okay. Now, the main thing is that you look at our body. Our body, is it an alkaline body or is it an acidic body? Alkaline. Okay. Actually, our body, the blood, our blood and the sea water, Okay, there are many similarity, Okay, the seawater also, the pH is slightly alkaline. Actually, the ancient sea, are more alkaline. So the pH of the body are 7.2, slightly alkaline. The food we are eating must be more alkaline than acidic food, then your body will be healthy. As a general classification, okay, we can classify in this way. All vegetables are alkaline. Even lime, alkalinity of the food is not dependent on the taste, we are talking about the effect. If we can make the body become alkaline, okay, this food is classified as alkaline food. For example, your lemon. Lemon is very acidic, am I right? So is lemon an acidic food or is it an alkaline food? It's alkaline food because organic acid remove organic acid. That's why during the hot summer, during the hot days, so when the weather is hot, our body produces a lot of acid. That's why you feel tired, you feel thirsty, so you have some lemon juice. Oh, it's good for the body because it can remove the acid from the body. How about this, like fermented food, like the yogurt, like all these things, they are alkaline food. Now, all the meat are acid. Some people say white meat is better than red meat. Some people say fish is better than chicken. Some people say chicken is better than beef. Don't believe all these things. All the meat are the same. This thing. So whether it's beef, whether it's mutton, whether it's chicken, it's duck, it's rabbit, it is fish, it is whatever it is. All the meat are acidic. Okay. How about grains? How about rice, wheat? And also your, the beans. The beans you are taking now. That you have to be very careful. If the rice, you see in the last time in the village, you know how they produce the rice? After they harvest the paddy, they pound the rice, They pounding it, they have brown rice. And that is alkaline. But in the modern days, okay, we polish the rice. We polish until it's become so white, so beautiful, like a pearl, That is a pure white rice. That is acidic. That is acidic. Okay. Now, you talk about the bean. Okay. If you soak the beans, the best way of eating any bean, you soak it in the water overnight. The next day, there's some little sprout coming out, You eat it raw. That is a very alkaline food because all the enzyme is everything. So if you cook it lightly, it is alkaline. But unfortunately, when people cook bean, they always cook it for a long time, Okay, like our dal, our red bean, the green pea, we cook for such a long time until it become almost like a porridge, And then it become acidic. It become acidic. The same thing as wheat, Wheat, if you take the whole wheat, it is alkaline, then you polish the wheat, then you make it into a very white flour. Sorry. I get very excited when I come to Dubai, This thing. Then it become. If we polish it, it become very white, then it is acidic. Okay, now it is a simple analysis now. Well, I always ask our member, look at your breakfast. Okay, look at your lunch. Okay, look at your tea break. Look at your dinner. Look at your supper. We are taking alkaline food. You agree with me? You look at your breakfast. Now, in breakfast, many people are taking egg, am I right? Is it good to take egg? Egg actually is a perfect food, All the nutrient is contained in the egg. When you eat egg, you don't believe those saying that, you eat only egg white, you throw away the egg yolk. People say the egg yolk contains a lot of cholesterol. Is that true? That's not true. When you eat the egg, you must eat the whole egg. Okay, the egg white, egg yolk, any egg, you eat it together because it's a complete food. The problem is not with the egg yolk or the egg white. The problem is how you prepare your egg. If the egg is eaten raw, without cooking, it is very, very alkaline. It's alkaline in nature, and you can treat a lot of disease, by eating raw egg. But unfortunately, people take it as uncivilized, Okay, because nowadays the egg from such a dirty farm, it may not be not like the what they call last time the chicken, a free chicken roaming around. No, the egg are very healthy, but now the problem with the egg is that they confine the chicken into the cage. The chicken are very unhappy, so the kind of egg may not be so good to us. Okay, they are very angry chicken. You get angry egg, you eat the egg, your mind also become angry. Yeah, this sort of thing. This is a problem with egg today. Okay, so in the morning, okay, then egg, there are 3 stages now. Raw egg, raw and organic egg, very good for the body. Don't believe that there are some germs, everything. Germs cannot go into the eggs, no? The cells, everything will protect the thing. Otherwise, the chicken will contaminated and die. Okay, so raw egg is the best. Okay. In the meeting is half-boiled egg. Half-boiled egg is good, easy to digest. It's still alkaline. So then the hard-boiled, okay, hard-boiled egg of course is turned to acidic. This thing. Now, or you scramble egg acidic. Okay, you fried egg. This is in the morning. Okay, you take some scrambled egg, take some sausage. Okay, take some white bread. Is that acidic or is it alkaline? Acidic. So in the daytime, you take some biryani, you take some white bread, you take some this fried mutton, fried chicken. Is it alkaline? Is it acidic? Acidic. In the evening, okay, you take a steak, you take a very big dinner. Mainly, this thing. You may take some vegetable. Okay, but if the vegetables are very they cook for a long time, or the bean, it all acidic. Now you're telling me if from the morning, from the noon up to the evening, you are taking acidic food, then your body will turn acidic. How do you know that the body is turned acidic? Is it easy to tell? Very easy to tell. When the body is turning acidic, that means something wrong with the body, am I right? When something wrong with the body, there must be something wrong in the mind. Then you observe. You see, when a person talking to us, no, by see his day-to-day activity, from the way his behavior, no, we know he is acidic body or not. First thing first, when the mind are not in a good state, you will have trouble sleep. The sleep is not good. What do you mean by sleep not good? First, people are difficult to sleep, insomnia. Then many people know about that. Secondly is that when you sleep, there is a lot of dream. That is no good. That means your sleep are not peaceful. No, there's a lot of dream. Nowadays people have a lot of dream. They dream of so many things. You know, my friend already 30 years out of school. You know, he tell me he is still dreaming going to school and get very panic. You know, got examination. This thing, even though he's already outside the school for 30 years. And some people they dream that they lost a passport and they're searching high and low in the dream. Okay, these are the things. So that dreamy sleep no good. Third problem is that in the morning. You see, a good sleep, no, when you open your eye, straight away we get out from the bed, you know. That is a good sleep. When you sleep, you open out your eye, and you still lying on the bed, you know, that is bad sleep. It's not a good sleep. And now the people are suffering from this problem. So even in the morning, they still feel tired, you know, even after one night sleep. First is the bad sleep. Secondly, they are bad concentration. What do you mean by bad concentration? Okay, when they started reading, they need a few time of reading to understand a sentence. Okay, if our concentration is normal, normally one or twice reading, we should be able to understand, but I have to read a few times. Secondly is that they cannot go for a long hour reading. They're reading 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they throw away. Okay, then I always joke with the member, you know. Okay, when they go for the TV station, nowadays there's so many TV stations, no? You agree with me? Okay, so one day when I go to this America to visit my friend, he told me that his house have 60 or 120 TV stations, you know. Then I saw his child change from one station to the other station, just keep on changing, you know. After the one whole round, he still doesn't decide where to go in, you know. This service station, there is loss of concentration. They cannot concentrate. Another thing is that he become treasure hunter. You know what treasure hunter? when he want to go for the key, he doesn't know where's the key. Hunt high and know for the key. Hey, where's my key? This is the thing. Okay, so sometimes when the speck is inside the eye, hunting for the speck, he become a treasure hunter. Okay, then if this thing happen, that means the concentration is become low. Okay, now thirdly, we know that his body is become very, excuse me. Last few days I do a lot of talking, non-stop talking. Matthew is with me. So we have 10 or 12 hours talking every day. So bad sleep is one sign. Loss of concentration is one sign. My throat is not balancing well. Some water? Yeah. Okay, it's good. Balance my throat. Bad sleep, one sign. Bad concentration. So they become forgetful, Okay, sometimes some simple matter, so they forget the name, they forget this thing, become forgetful. Thirdly, the emotions become easily agitated. That means sometimes you get angry very quickly, sometimes you get sad very quickly, There is a swing of emotion. Okay, at one moment he's angry, at one moment he is very sad, Then this is a sign of acidic body. Then of course after that we have dry throat. Dry throat, the skin is not doing well. So first, the mind fail first, when the body become acidic. Then he lost interest in everything. Okay, you invite him for tours, you invite him for movie, you invite him for anything, he had not much interest in that. Last week, I traveled 5 days in Ethiopia. A lot of dust. So go into that. That's why today I have a lot of coughing. Please excuse me. Yeah, because a lot of dust come into my lung. I had to take 12 pairs of RGGL to get rid of the toxin. But still not so successful. Today I think I have to go back for mega dosage. So these are the signs that the body is acidic. Okay, so emotionally are not doing well. They get angry very easily. Nowadays people get angry very easily, Small matter they jump up, These are their thing. So in Malaysia, so a big problem. That's why government have a lot of campaign. So ask people to be polite in the road. Nowadays there's a lot of road tuck, Any small accident then they fight, For small matter only, people become angry, people can become annoyed easily, That's the main problem. So the main problem is that the body are not doing well. The body are not doing well because they are taking the wrong food. The day when I am in London, one member wanted to meet me. So he doesn't know where, I doesn't know, how do I know about London, So the only place I know is somewhere near to my place I stay, there is some McDonald's, okay? So I meet him there. So the member tell me, we are taking health food, How can we meet in this kind of place? I said, cheers. I said, you take some French fries, never mind. Because this is our food supplement to us. These are not our main food, Okay, our main food is what? It's Ganoderma, it's mushroom, our main food. So nowadays, the problem is that we have acidic food. Can we do anything about that? We cannot do anything about that. Okay, so you go to the restaurant, there is a menu, you order, you eat. Am I right? Okay, many of my friends, they want to go for organic, okay? They want to go for this organic food. They don't want to take all this junk food, okay? Everything they eat, they demand organic. Are they healthy? They are not healthy because they restrict their food, They only eat limited amount of food. So many of my friends who are eating pure organic food, they are more sick than us. Actually, the mind are very sick, very stubborn. Okay, so you cannot talk anything to them, So that is not the choice of life. Okay, so food, you're free to eat any food, You're free to eat because we have little choices in our food. Today I come to Dubai, Okay, Matthew treat me anything I eat, I just say, oh, you give me organic food, you give me, what do you call, this type of food, we cannot demand the food, okay. So what should we do now? What should we do now? This is a big problem, So if you do not handle the food problem, you will not handle the health problem. More than that, you will not handle the emotional problem. Nowadays, people are having emotional problem. And this problem can be solved very easily if they take alkaline food. If they take alkaline food. Okay? Now we come to the main topic, alkaline food. Okay? What is the best alkaline food that we can have? What is the most alkaline food in the world? I give you one choice, I give you a few choices. Ganoderma, spirulina, maybe we say cordyceps, or maybe we say vinegar. Which are the most alkaline food? Spirulina? Okay, I give you a choice. Spirulina and Ganoderma. Which one is more alkaline? Spirulina? No. Ganoderma. Because Ganoderma contains more than 300 alkaline, all alkaline. Okay? You see spirulina and what do you call, and spirulina. Mushroom and this Ganoderma and spirulina. What is the main difference between the two? Okay. Mushroom, okay, Ganoderma, it is a mini phyto factory. Okay, it is a mini factory to produce a lot of this what they call this phyto element. Okay, like this they're like a mini factory to produce a lot of this alkaloid. Okay, this thing. So we do not take Ganoderma as food. It is alkaline to balance the alkaline. But spirulina different. Spirulina is complete in the amino acid. Okay, spirulina is complete even in the sugar, the polysaccharide. This thing. Then this spirulina also having a lot of this nutrient. Okay, like beta carotene, what they call omega 3, even have omega 6. Or omega 6. This thing. That's why if you just take Ganoderma alone, you can survive. You can survive because it is a perfect food. But when you come to alkalinity, you have to come to Ganoderma. Ganoderma have more alkaline than this what we call spirulina, but spirulina have more nutrient than Ganoderma. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So nowadays the extent we combine the two, a perfect match. This thing. So the food is complete, the alkaline is complete. Okay, so the most potent is Ganoderma. Ganoderma is the most alkaline food. Then next will be spirulina. But you talk about nutrient, first is spirulina, next is Ganoderma. So these two, they have the advantage, they have the strong point. Okay, so we combine these two together. Okay, Ganoderma and spirulina. Now, there's one more problem in the body. When we eat food and sugar, it burns in the body to produce energy, am I right? And beyond the body. Is the burning 100% efficient? When you eat food, can all your food turn 100% into energy for you? No. It's about efficiency is about 80 to 85%. Okay. When you grow older, the efficiency become less and less. Is the thing. And so a young kid, when they take food, they become very active, because the efficiency is high. Okay. The problem is that when the food is burned, it's not burned completely. When it's not burned completely, there is some metabolistic waste. And these wastes are all acidic waste, are all acidic waste. That's why even though you may be vegetarian, you may take all pure alkaline food, but due to the inefficiency of the what they call this burning, okay, there are still 15 to 20% that is left, which is acidic. So normally that will be removed by the liver, by the liver, and also get rid from the body. This group of waste, the body need organic acid to complete the burning. Okay, two acids are very important. One is acetic acid, vinegars. Okay. Secondly is citric acid. Okay, citric acid. That's why in any culture, we have this what we call fermented, this drink, because this is a fermented drink, like vinegars, okay, contain this acetic acid, contain this, not only acetic acid, no, the malic acid, okay, there are all sort of range of acid. The body need organic acid to further secondary burning, to burn away all this acidity in what they call, so that the burning become complete. Now, recently in DXN we have launched this vinaigrette, am I right? Vinegar. So just now people asked me to talk about vinegars. Now the vinegars have something to do with the acid theory. Vinegars is a very strong alkaline drink. And so you do not test the pH. No, test the pH. The pH is very low. It's acidic. It's acidic in taste, but it is alkaline in action. When people turn older, at the age of 40 something, 50, they started to have shoulder pain, am I right? They have pain, the shoulder becomes stiff, okay, the body pain. Why the body is pain? Because the waste, this acid started to accumulate at the joint, okay, then you feel painful, no? Okay.